My name is Brandon Walk. I look good as fuck today. What'd you do to the camera? Is it the pink? Is it the colors? Who's been fucking with this background? Because it looks all 6s and 7s up here. It doesn't look good. Where are all my helmets and stuff? 888 stool 22. Come on. Who's been fucking with this thing? All right. Where'd all my helmets go? Where'd my Tennessee helmet go? Where'd my Michigan helmet go? 888 stool 22. 888 stool 22. 888 stool 22. The number to call and get on the show. I'm about to tell you, as I tweet out the show, I'm about to tell you who's about to shock the world this week. How you guys doing? I'll get to the YouTube chat in a minute and I'll call you all out. Fuck. By the way, better looking Paul Feinbaum. Hello, Jordan. Hello, Joseph Herbert. Hello, Rob Wooden. Hello, Joseph Herbert thinks he's funny. Joseph Herbert, you've said a lot of dumb fucking shit before the show started. You really ought to shut the fuck up. Wesley Splain, Snooze, Jeffrey Bounds, not even the king of his own corner. Jeffrey Bounds, your mother's a dirty whore. Baby Luigi, N. Stewart, Rob Wooden, Who's Your Daddy, Wes Livingston, Jason Bradley, Shane from Jacob Pham, T-Town, Alabama, who kisses his sister on a nightly basis, Angelo Boscacchi, I don't know how to say that, Jacob Pham, Rhett Winter, Sloppy Toppy, Hugh Freeze is in here, Colin O'Brien, Matthew Bonvie, Elliot Jarno, Nathan Blos. Hello, everybody. So glad you're here. So good to be here on a Thursday. I'm about to tell you who's about to shock the world. Katie, please go onto my account and tweet out the YouTube link because Twitter wanted me to do a notification. I look so good today. The salt and pepper beard is popping off this pink shirt. Lower the shot a little bit, too. I'm a little too low. Just lower it. Just bring it down a little bit. Stanko? There you go. There you go. Attaboy. How's everybody doing? It is bounce back weekend. I'm about to give you my 5 college football plays for the weekend. My 5 favorite bets. Before I do that, I don't have anybody back there to do what I want to be done. I just realized there's nobody that can throw up my video of the because TJ's not here today. There's nobody to throw up my video of the T-shirt burning.
I can do that. I was answering calls, but I'll pause and do that.
Pause and do that. I want to give me a thumbs up when you have the video of me getting my T-shirt burned.
Okay.
What are we thinking? 10 seconds, 20 seconds? So we're thinking 10 minutes? She does. Katie gets ahead of herself. Yep.
I don't. Well, you're trying to go your TikTok, so I'm streaming the TikTok.
Sure.
So that's my phone.
Hello, TikTok.
That's my phone.
Yeah.
I don't have my computer set up because I had to do calls. So, but we're getting it up. We're going to retweet it right now.
We have a guy. There's a guy named Brad. There's a guy named Brad from Michigan who calls into the show a lot. He's been a regular who calls into the show, and he's called into the show for a long time, and he's one of my favorite guys. I say that he's not one of my favorite guys, but that's a running joke we have. He is a super guy, or has been before this, and he's been one of my regulars, and I loved him being a regular. I went on Unnecessary Roughness the other day, and I said, one thing we don't talk about is how Michigan has a weak non-conference schedule this year, and they do. They play Hawaii. They play UConn. They play Colorado State. Never said they're not a good team. They are. They're a top 5 team by any measure. Never said they can't go to the playoff. They can. Never said their schedule in the Big Ten isn't tough. It is. I simply said they have a weak non-conference schedule. 300,000 views. Michigan fans lost their minds. They have exposed themselves as one of the softest pieces of baby something that's out there. This fan base is so soft. And I'm a soft guy myself, and I know soft. This fan base couldn't handle me saying an objective fact. They have a bad schedule. That's the truth. That's accurate. I didn't add to it. I didn't say they had a bad schedule last year. I just said they had a bad schedule. Brad, who has called into this show for the duration of the show, is a Michigan fan. And he hated my take so much that Michigan has a bad schedule, he did this. We've got it right here. We're firing it up. This is a Brandon Walker College Football Show shirt that he bought last year because he's a big fan, and he is setting his Brandon Walker Show shirt on fire because of his, by the way, you look very comfortable doing that, because of his love for Michigan and my stance on Michigan having a bad non-conference schedule, which is absolutely true. He did that. And not only that, Brad DM'd me last night at 8:15. He said, "Been your worst week. I'm out. Enjoy the season." I said, "See ya, pussy." And he said, "Good one." I said, "How the hell do you get so bothered by me saying Michigan has a bad out-of-conference schedule?" I've said nothing derogatory about the team. Said it doesn't bother me, but you fuck with my timeline for 3 days on the bullshit. I could care less, but be better, man. You're acting like Jack. That's a good joke about Jack. And then he whined and he whined and he whined. You don't get it. Saying our out-of-conference is weak is true. But we also play in the hardest division and play 9 conference games. And you pick this year, the one year we don't have a good game, is bullshit. This is the year we're in. Here's my issue. It's how you went about it. You've been yelling about it for days. Haven't. I called in and want to talk about something else. You talked about that. You've screamed about it. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you lose fans. I was the number 1 B. Walker fan, man, and I'm gone. So Brad has bailed. Brad has gone. Brad, no longer a fan. I want everybody watching to look between your legs if you're a dude. If there's a pair of testicles there, never ever do what baby back Brad did. I said Michigan has a bad non-conference schedule. That's true. Why that bothers Michigan fans to this level, I'll never know. If you can't handle somebody looking at a fact and saying it about your team, how the hell do you get around in this stupid, fucked up world we got? I don't understand it. What the fuck is going on in y'all's head that you can't handle one true fact about your school? It's college football. The passion, the love, the fire that we have for our teams is what makes college football great. It's what makes college football social media god-awful. Quit being Brad. You're going to stop following me, stop being a fan because I said Hawaii, UConn, and Colorado State's a bad non-conference schedule? God damn. What the fuck are you doing? That's what drives you over the edge. It's a true fact. Fucking get the sand out of your pussy and let's go. Let's talk football. Let's talk shit to each other. I want a world where we can talk shit to each other. You YouTube people like Ricky Covers here. He says, "I don't like you, Brandon." Ricky Covers, you're an anonymous person on the internet. Good. Say that. Let's talk shit. God damn. I didn't know Michigan fans were this soft, this brain dead, this pathetic.
That felt good, didn't it?
I'm just good at this. I mean, you're a top 5 team. You're good. You play a shitty non-conference schedule. And who Alabama plays doesn't matter. Who anybody else plays doesn't matter. I'm looking at Michigan. We're talking Michigan. Bad non-conference schedule. 888 Stool 22. 888 Stool 22. 888 Stool 22. Gonna burn my shirt. By the way, joke's on you. That's like a $38 shirt on the Barstool store. 888 Stool 22. Are you a bit concerned that you will look a fool once the season's over for Mike Norvell slander? I just wish I had fans. Zach Fossen said that. I wish I had fans that weren't so goddamn stupid. Slander, hate, all this. Oh, he once said my coach isn't very good. That's slander. He hates me. He hates us. Oh, my God. How do y'all go around in your life? Do you have a permanent titty that you can suck on? Are you breastfed to this day? 888 Stool 22. Permanent titty to suck on, not a bad business idea, if I could get one of them. Now, I have a couple things to say before we get to your calls. Where's my notebook? My notebook's way over there. It's bounce back weekend. Here's who's going to shock the world this week. Here's who's going to shock the world. First of all, LSU is going to beat Mississippi State. I don't like it. It's gross. It's disgusting, and I don't like it. We're favored at Tiger Stadium. That sucks. We never perform well in that environment. That's going to happen. I'm used to it. I've accepted it. Fine. The Nebraska Cornhuskers are about to shock the world. This is going to be a one-score game in the fourth quarter. I don't know if they're going to win it, but this is going to be a one-score game in the fourth quarter. This is coming down to the wire. This will be a war. This will be an absolute fantastic football game. Why? Scott Frost was the problem with that program. You see everybody coming out. Assistant coaches were going to the AD saying this guy doesn't show up to work on time. This guy does this. This guy's drunk. This guy's doing that. You've got guys like Mark Whipple who can coach his ass off at offensive coordinator who he blamed for week one when Scott Frost was at fault. Scott Frost is now gone. Last year, Nebraska, week 0, goes to Illinois, loses. A couple weeks later, compete with Oklahoma all the way to the end on their home field. This time's at Nebraska. Mickey Joseph, there's never been a black head coach at Nebraska. Not the football team, the whole school. What an incredible story this would be for him to fire that team up. Mickey Joseph, the quarterback in 1990-91 for Nebraska, was running out of bounds. Oklahoma hit him 10 yards late, hit him cheaply in the knee, broke his leg, ended his career. He now coaches against Oklahoma for the first time. Folks, Oklahoma is better on paper. Nebraska just had the biggest addition by subtraction we've seen in the middle of the season in a long time by getting rid of Scott Frost. One-score game in the fourth quarter. Nebraska plus 11. Nebraska plus 11. Nebraska's bouncing back this weekend, playing a lot better. Texas A&M will bounce back and beat the Miami Hurricanes. This season is not a straight line. What happened in week 1 is not going to happen in week 2, is not going to happen in week 3. Things go like this. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. So when a team like Oregon sucks in week 1, when a team like A&M sucks in week 2, people like to bury them. They just shovel dirt on them. You're awful. You're terrible. You're a joke. Jimbo's god-awful. No. At home. 100,000 desperate Texas A&M fans. Miami with no receivers on the roster, their best one hurt. Texas A&M, Texas A&M, Texas A&M, Texas A&M. A&M bounces back. A&M covers the number against the Miami Hurricanes. I love Old Dominion plus 8.5 against Virginia. Old Dominion's already knocked off Virginia Tech. What better way? What better way to go through a season than beating both of them? Iowa, Nevada, under. I don't care what the number is. It's under. Nevada might not score against Iowa's defense. Iowa could play 3 quarters without a defense on the field and might not score. And NC State hammer time against Texas Tech. NC State is a good football team who embarrassed themselves in week 1. Texas Tech coming in, Power 5 game in Carter-Finley Stadium. NC State has a chance to flex against a team with a backup quarterback, and they're about to do it. NC State minus 9.5. 8-8 Stool 22. Are you and Marty Mush friends outside of work? Yes, absolutely. We're friends outside of work. We will always be friends outside of work. I will never not have Marty Mush on stuff. Dave, Dan, and you guys all overreacted to something that has nothing to do with most of you. And Marty Mush is my friend. 8-8 Stool 22. Brandon Walker is the most beloved Barstool employee. That is correct. That is correct. Smooth-brained Auburn fan here says, West Livingston, any actual chance Saturday? Yeah, but I think the chances TJ Finley isn't a very good quarterback, and your coach isn't very good. The other players are pretty good. Tank Bigsby's great. I just think Penn State's underrated at 22. I think they're more like 12. I think Penn State wins, but Auburn keeps it close. I don't think it's a runaway, but I do think Penn State wins a game. Best bet of the week, I like Texas A&M minus 5 as the best bet of the week. That is my tell TJ to fix the phones, go straight to voicemail. That's because I have 10 lines and 10 lines are full. That's why. Lines are fixed. They're just full. 8-8 Stool 22. 8-8 Stool 22. Michigan would walk every SEC team. What, walk them to school? Walk down and get on their knees and suck their dick? Michigan played an SEC school last year and lost by 4 touchdowns. 8-8 Stool 22. Hook and Ladder Show says fix the phones. They're not broken. They're just full. People call. People like to be on the show. All right, here we go. Here we go. We gotta get to the lines. 888 Stool 22. We start with Ethan in Ohio. Go, Ethan.
What up, Brandon? So, I've been looking at the line all day for the Texas A&M game. It's now -6. I think if Haynes King doesn't start and Max Johnson starts, A&M wins by 2 touchdowns at least.
Yeah.
And then second thing is top tailgate foods. Top 5 tailgate foods.
Any wings are always good. I think my favorite tailgate foods are usually dips. So like we call it Rotel dip in the South. So I guess you guys call it queso dip, but a well-made queso / Rotel dip is always a good start. You know, you got your Tostitos, and I like to put hamburger meat in my Rotel dip. Well, we call it hamburger meat. You call it ground beef. I like to put that in my Rotel dip. Cocktail Smokies out of a crock pot is way up there. Pigs in a blanket are way, 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 way up there. I guess if you're really into it, maybe ribs. Ribs would be good, but I'm not really a big ribs guy. What's your top 5 tailgate foods?
My number 1 is barbecue meatballs. You cannot miss on barbecue meatballs.
I think that goes along with the, it's very similar to the barbecue cocktail Smokies you put in a crock pot, let them sit there all day. Barbecue meatballs, you also put them in a crock pot, let them steep in that barbecue sauce all day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can eat them at 12. You can eat them at 5. They're perfect.
Yep. That was it?
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2, I got to go with Rotel dip. I agree. We call it ground beef and everything.
Yeah.
Number 3, buffalo chicken dip.
Okay.
And number 4, me being from Ohio, Skyline chili dip. It's fantastic for game days. And number 5 are sliders.
Thank you very much. He had me in the first half, not gonna lie. He had me in the first half. We go to Joey in Texas, and I like this topic too. Go Joey in Texas.
Hey, Brandon, how's the King doing on this fine Thursday night?
King is doing good, and I'm no longer the king of the South. I am the king of college football.
Absolutely love it. Hey, well, I got 2 quick questions for you. I want to talk some Texas football. Look, last week was an emotional game. It was a war. I was lucky enough to be there, but also given the injuries to Bijan, Quinn, and even Hudson's banged up, his availability is in question. Coupling that and knowing that Texas is probably going to be UTSA's Super Bowl, and I mean they're a good frisky team. On a scale of 1 to 10, just how alert should Longhorn fans be this Saturday night? Because this line makes no sense to me. I think it's Texas -11.5, -12.5.
Yeah, you should be at
I don't see how we can play that number.
You should be at like 9.5. You should be very, very high because Texas hasn't progressed to the level of just taking teams for granted. And UTSA is a good football team. And I'm not saying they're a good group of 5 team. They're a good football team. They lost in overtime to Houston, who's also a good team. Then they went on the road and beat Army in West Point on the road. That's impressive. Now you're talking I can get 12, 11.5, 12, 12.5 for a UTSA team with a senior quarterback who's been through everything. Well, do I think Texas is a better team? Do I think they're going to win the game? Yeah. But my goodness, this is the biggest game in the history of every life on UTSA sideline. This is just a classic letdown spot on the other sideline. So I would have my guard up entirely if I'm a Texas Longhorn fan.
Right. No, and I completely agree with that. It's a nerve-wracking game coming up. Also,
sorry. Corpo Pete says 4 starting OTs are out for UTSA. How do you have 4 starting offensive tackles? How do you have 4 starting offensive? How does that work? That's the longest line in history.
I feel like we would have heard about that if that was true.
888 Stool 22. We go to Nick in Colorado. Go, Nick.
Hey, Brandon, Colorado State fan here. Wanted to talk about a different team to mask my pain. But I was just curious, in the age of stealing coaches, why has Nebraska not called Utah and try and get Kyle Whittingham? I mean, he's kind of done more with less than anyone in the country, it seems like, for a long time. And then I guess the second part is, if you look side by side, conference, brand, stadium, is Nebraska a better program than Utah? Thanks.
No, Nebraska's not a better program than Utah. And the reason Nebraska is not going to go get Kyle Whittingham is a lot better programs than Nebraska have tried and called to get Kyle Whittingham, and they can't do it. If other good programs can't do it, Nebraska certainly ain't going to do it. Thank you very much. I've decided I'm no longer just the king of the South. I'm the king of college football. I'm the king of college football. And now I need a picture of me wearing the crown. Yes.
Your profile picture.
Yeah, but I don't have my profile picture. Yep. I just need me with a crown. Where's me with a good looking? How's your life going, Katie?
I'm hoping to God that this TikTok live thing is gonna work, because
TikTok live, what's up?
not being without my phone.
You don't like that, huh?
No, it's not that, but like, I have pictures of you in a crown I could easily send, but I'm just fish out of water right now.
All right, there we go. 888-STOOL-22, 888-STOOL-22. San Antonio Times reported the injured OLs, but the article is behind a paywall. This is great content. Yes, no, it is. It very much is. Thank you very much. You guys are weird that comment things like, this is great content. You sound like a fucking nerdy-ass floor 3 salesperson. Look at the content. I have never watched anything in my life saying, I'm going to judge this content. I'll give this content a 7.2. I just, do you guys like open a woman's bra and say, I'm not sure about the content right here? Y'all talk weird. 888-STOOL-22. I'm going to need a King of the College Football shirt by the end of the weekend, Katie. Mark in Philly, go.
B-Walk, my guy. I called in Miami on Monday, and I know you're out on that pick, but I've got 2 more picks today, one that I know you'll love and one that your brain may hate, but I think your heart will love. I'm taking BYU for the 3rd straight week. Vegas might not be buying in on BYU. The odds makers keep disrespecting them, but I certainly am buying in. Oregon is being overvalued on name brand alone. This certainly ain't Chip Kelly's Ducks anymore. It's not even Mario Cristobal's Ducks. We don't know that Oregon is just going to be fine. Give me the points. Give me the money line. BYU is winning this game. And then more importantly, the LSU Tigers absolutely stink. This is not your father's LSU. Mississippi State being favored on the road in Death Valley with the line continuing to increase tells you everything you need to know about this game and LSU's roster. Will Rogers is going to have a statement game, and this could be the game that gets the dark horse Heisman conversation started. Mississippi State -2. I've got a fever. What's the only prescription?
More motherfucking cowbell. More cowbell is your prescription for your fever. Will Rogers on the Barstool Sportsbook right now, plus 10,000 to win the Heisman, behind Brock Bowers, Georgia's fucking tight end. The guy's thrown for 800 yards, 9 touchdowns in 2 games. He's going to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. You better get in on him now. Thank you very much, Mark in Philly. 888-STOOL-22. 888-STOOL-22. Let's go to line 6. That's where – oh, I'm sorry. We'll go to line 6 in a minute. We've got Bubs in Iowa. Go, Bubs.
Brandon, Bubs at the Tub Club. Hope you're doing average today. We'll start off with some trivia here to begin with. This former Michigan State wide receiver still holds the record for yards per catch in school history. However, you probably know him better from Dodgers postseason glory. Name that player.
A former Michigan State wide receiver still holds a record for yards per catch, but you know him from Dodgers postseason glory. Oh. Kirk Gibson.
It is motherfucking Kirk Gibson. Nicely done.
Yes. All right, continue.
Yeah, so I have my best bet, and then I have just a quick announcement. Best bet, in the times that betting has been legal in Iowa, I've never bet against the Hawkeyes. I either just don't bet or I bet on them.
Sure.
I'm going all in on Nevada plus.
No, don't. Do not. So let me stop you. Nevada's terrible. They're one of the worst teams in the country.
They did just lose to Incarnate Word, but I think people know Spencer Petras is bad, but they don't really see how bad he is. And
yeah, but Bubs, if you want to go all in, go in on the under. Nevada might not score against your defense, and Iowa might explode and score like 21 points.
All right, fair enough. I'll take the under then. But I am taking Nevada 23.5.
What you?
And then I just have a quick announcement, if that's all right, Brandon.
Please.
I am signing up in December for Providence Rough and Rowdy. I would appreciate if I would have the backing of the Brandon Walker College Football Show. Just waiting for signups to open, but I just wanted to make that announcement here that I will be fighting in Providence, Rhode Island, Rough and Rowdy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the first entrant ever from the Brandon Walker College Football Show universe to enter the Rough and Rowdy universe, and he will have the full backing. I will be his manager. I will be there with him if he gets through, if he makes it, if he's on the card. Yes, Bubs, fantastic. 888-STOOL-22. Check in on my YouTube, people. I don't get the, let's see, damn, my Wolverines should have scheduled Nevada as well. Well, they're not that bad. They're not bad enough to be on Michigan's schedule. Have y'all noticed how good I look today? Stunning is what I would say. It is the beard. The salt and peppers come in too.
It looks great.
Yeah, I know. Hair's popping. I'm on the rundown. I think the rundown comes out in 4 minutes. I'm on the rundown. I gotta say something. Last night we had the Barstool Upfronts, which is where we put our content in front of advertisers. We put our stuff in front of advertisers, and we try to sell them so we make money. And me being fucking rich, I'm a big part of that. They featured, there was a sizzle reel with a lot of shows. They featured the Brandon Walker Show prominently in the sizzle reel. I had 4 or 5 good clips from this show. So shout out to me, I guess.
And to TJ for clipping them.
And to TJ. We go to Brandon in WHIVHTIVAH. That's where he's from.
My bad.
I don't know where that is.
Where are you from?
I'm from Wichita.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm sorry. His name's actually not Brandon. It's Bernaden, and he's from Woodville. So, hello, Bernaden.
Hello, Brandon. I
Yes.
just wanted to say I think you're absolutely dead wrong on OU Nebraska.
I'm not.
You are, and I think you're spinning these fairy tales of some coach, something happened to him 30 years ago. Just listen, OU has not told us anything. I don't think we know at all what kind of team OU is.
You don't think when they were lucky to be leading 7-3 against Kent State at halftime that told us a little something?
It tells me that Kent State couldn't score on them and that their defense is a lot better than it was last year, probably.
Wow, that's what you took from it?
Hold on. Here's the thing. Nebraska has told us that they suck.
Nope, stop. Nebraska under Scott Frost has told us they suck.
Brandon, you could have coached Nebraska and they still would have lost to Georgia Southern. You cannot coach bad enough to have Georgia Southern come into your home stadium and lose. It's not just the coaching. I agree that he's a bad coach, but Scott Frost does not account for 40 points. Their team is bad. They don't have the talent that they should to compete.
If your boss is an idiot, you don't perform as well. If your coach is an idiot, you don't perform as well. Nebraska is not an untalented team. I also watched Nebraska last season look like one of the worst teams in the country, losing to Illinois on the road. A couple of weeks later, they played Oklahoma to the very, very end in Norman. Now I get an Oklahoma team who's not as good as they were last year. Against Nebraska, it's a shot in the dark. I don't think it's a definite, but boy, everything and doesn't the line concern? I'm sure you're an OU fan. Doesn't the line concern you a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's interesting that it came out like that. I wasn't expecting it. I figured it would stay at maybe 17.
Yeah.
But Nebraska's always in one-score games, and like you said, they were in a one-score game in Norman last year, but in the same rationale that you use for Nebraska with having a new coach and being revitalized, that same shit happens for OU.
Not really. No, I think it's a bit. I think there's a big difference in hiring in the offseason and having an interim coach who's taken over for a fucking idiot. First of all, Lincoln Riley wasn't an idiot. Secondly, Brent Venables, we'll see. I'm sure he's going to be fine. I just think the problems with Oklahoma's football program are going to take more than a year to fix, and they don't have major problems. They just have a little bit of they have like elite problems. They have problems keeping them from being elite instead of just really good. So I like OU. I think they're a good team. Why is that number 11? There's a reason that number's 11. It should be like 19 or 20.
Okay. I can see that you're going to go ahead and bet Nebraska, and that's fine. But
I've done bet Nebraska, buddy.
Hold on. If Oklahoma comes out in the first drive or two, and they can effectively run the ball, that's it. That's all I want you to look for. If they can effectively run the ball, please, for the love of God, get your money back and live bet Oklahoma. You see how many white boys are starting on defense for Nebraska.
Oh, careful with that. I said that once about Iowa, and they called me a racist, tried to get my wife fired. So careful saying that. 888-STOOL-22. Here we go. 888-STOOL-22, line 7. It is Kyle in Floria. Hello, Kyle.
Hey, Bug, you hear me?
Uh-huh. What's up, boy?
I just had a question about the Florida State-Louisville game. I was going to see what your thoughts were on that and what the best play is.
Isn't Florida State interesting? Florida State beat LSU a couple weeks ago, then took a week off, but Florida State believes they should never lose to a program like Louisville. That's what Florida State fans believe. And now they're 2-0, and now they have a chance to actually show that they are that kind of program. They're on the road at Louisville. Louisville with an embarrassing week 1 and a good week 2. Florida State 2-0. I like Florida State, but I don't love them. This is a stay-away game for me. This opens up the entire season. This is a massive, massive, massive game for Florida State. If they win, it opens up the whole thing. They're going to be 4-0 heading into a stretch that's Wake Forest, NC State, and Clemson in 3 weeks. But if they lose, it's the same old shit. The same old shit. I think they're going to win, but I'd be nervous as hell if I was a Florida State fan.
I agree, because Louisville's a tough place to play on a Friday night.
Yeah, it's a tough place to play, period. It's a tricky place to play. Like they don't scare you at all, but they're good enough athletically that you can look up and you're like in the third quarter, you're down 21-17. You're like, how the fuck did this happen? 888-STOOL-22. 888-STOOL-22. We go to line 8. It's the Coochie in Toronto. There's always room on my show for a Coochie. Hello.
Hello, Brandon. First and foremost, I need to extend a sincere apology to you and your hundreds of thousands of fans for last week's performance. The under in the South Alabama game missed. They scored a garbage time touchdown, up 24 points. Still trying to figure out why that was, but we're moving forward. I got another winner for you today if you're willing to hear it.
Go. And I did take it, and I know it lost, but I still think it was a good bet.
You and me both, brother. You and me both. But for this week's spot, I got a big-time dog. I'm going to be sprinkling on the money line, but I'm taking the points with Toledo against Kansas State. First and foremost, K-State had a rivalry game last week, and they've got a look-ahead spot.
Who did you say your pick was? Who did you say your pick was?
It's Tulane. Sorry, Tulane against Kansas State.
All right, because Toledo's playing Ohio State.
Toledo, I think. That's my fault.
All right.
Yeah, so like I was saying, K-State's in a bit of a weird schedule spot. They played Mizzou last week. That's a rivalry game. They're looking ahead at Oklahoma next week. And Tulane, they're coming to K-State. They're not going to be scared of the spot. If you remember back last year, they played in Norman week 1. They should have won the game outright. At quarterback, I think they got the advantage with Michael Pratt. He's a third-year junior. This is his second year being the full-time starter. And on the other side, it's Adrian Martinez, who's just flat-out bad. So this one comes down to can Tulane stop the run? And they're bringing back 9 guys from last year. Their defense wasn't great, but they're bringing back experience and depth, and I think that they can get it done. They can cover the 15.5, and I think it's going to be a one-possession game late. So I'm going to be sprinkling on the money line plus 525.
Thank you. Oh, sprinkling on the money line. Wow. Okay. I might join you on that. It's spicy. I don't know that I love it as much as I love your other picks, but we'll see. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt. Got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Down by the river on a Friday night. Pyramid of cans in the pale moonlight. Talking about cars and dreaming about women. Never had a plan to live. What's that? Why is there noise?
Showing you something.
I can't see it. It's not on my screen. There we go.
It's TJ right now.
What's he doing? Watching the show?
Yeah, while in Vegas.
Look at him.
3-hour delayed flight.
TJ's a company guy. TJ out there doing big things in Vegas. Settled for a burger and a grape snow cone. I dropped her off early, but I didn't go home. Corpo Pete, let me say something to you. You said, boo, that song sucks. If you ever fucking insult Alan Jackson again on this show, I will throw a fucking size 15 Nike shoe and hit you right in the trachea. You hear me? Can I threaten to hit people in the trachea with a shoe? Is that okay? Fine. 888 Stool 22. This motherfucker going to talk about Alan Jackson. Oh, that song sucks. Fucking Alan Jackson, man. You ever come at Alan Jackson on the show? You ever come at Garth Brooks on the show? You ever come at George Strait on the show? You ever come at any of those guys on the show? You go fuck yourself. You understand? You go right ahead and you fuck yourself as hard as you can be fucked. You fucking fuck. Fuck your music degree. You want to go with somebody? Go at Kenny Chesney's non-singing, talking ass. Go at him. Don't come and go at Alan Jackson. 888 Stool 22. Rob Wooden, David Allen Coe is king. Please never watch a show again, you fucking racist. Line 9. Oklahoma football. Braden, go. Braden, go. That I like. Braden, go. Braden, fucking talk, man! Braden's beating his dick or something. 888 Stool 22. Yes, whoever said that. Garth is a weirdo, Andrew Cooper, but he's still good at music. Michael Jackson was a weirdo. His music was awesome. Prince was a weirdo. His music was awesome. Weirdos make good music. I don't know why. 888 Stool 22. We go to line 10. That's where... What's y'all's favorite George Strait song? Luke in North Carolina, go.
Number one, hot take. DJ gets benched at Clemson after Wake Forest beats them next week, and the NC State Wolfpack go into Tiger Town and beat that Tiger ass and head down to Charlotte and win the ACC. But
I don't think that's a wild take at all. I don't think it's a wild take at all. Continue.
You said something very intelligent, Brandon, today, that Texas A&M is going to beat the U. So I'm giving you the opportunity to wash out this Dallas Cowboys mentality with the U that they are back if they lose.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, because they can be back-ish, and so I think Miami's about to go 10-2 and win the ACC. That's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to lose to A&M. They're going to lose to Clemson in the regular season. I think they're going to beat Clemson to win the ACC championship. I think they're a very good team. I just think they're going to lose in this spot to this team on this night. There's some good – ACC is sneaky a hell of a conference this year because Wake Forest is live with Sam Hartman. Clemson's got the best defense maybe in the country. NC State is live as hell with Devin Leary. Then you've got Florida State at least waking up a little bit. You've got Miami waking up a little bit. So it's a very interesting conference. I know you agree with everything I just said.
Well, Clemson's dynasty, what you were talking about them meeting Miami, and Charlotte come December, Clemson's dynasty is DEAD, dead when the Wolfpack roll in on October 1st.
We'll see. I don't hate it, but winning there is a lot different than winning in Carter Finley. So 888 Stool 22. We ain't rubber on the asphalt. Is there a way to ban people from the chat?
Yeah, I can do that.
Because Chris Barr is a dumb fuck. Everything's negative, and he says, I'm the best college handicapper, and Barstool begs me to join them. Let Chris Barr go to fucking Tiva Publicity and ruin her chat. Don't let Chris Barr's punk ass in here anymore.
I got you.
I want decent people in here, not Chris Barr. 888 stool. Chris has been barred from the show. Line 1.
TJ did that from Las Vegas. He beat me to it.
Fucking TJ's a fucking killer. Cole from Tampa. Go Cole. Amarillo by morning.
Brandon, can you hear me?
Up from San Antonio. Go ahead.
Do you hear me?
Everything that I got is just what I got on. Yes, go Cole from Tampa.
Oh, so sorry. Sorry. I was asking the time is my pump-up song to any night going out. But King of the South, the King of Iowa, the best college football mind in America, I need your help.
Yep.
I want my 2 best plays of the weekend and your 2 best plays of the weekend, and let's make some money.
Let's do it.
Do that for me.
What's your 2 best?
Do it? Okay.
What's your 2 best?
All right, my 2 favorite, and I'm going kind of out on a limb here, but this is my reasoning. Jimbo's down. Jimbo's the closest thing to a hot seat that's not in the hot seat. He's about to pull up every offensive stop that he can, and he's going to pull it all up. And I think the over in the Miami-Texas A&M game is going to hit.
Okay.
That's what he's going to have. I think that both these teams can score. I know you like Tyler Van Dyke. I know you said what you said about the wide receivers at Miami, but I know both teams are going to come out firing. So I like the over because I believe it's low, and I think they're going to score points.
All right. My favorite plays, 2 plays of the weekend. What's your second one?
Simple. Keep it easy. Syracuse money line. Jeff Brom is going to coach.
Okay, good. I hear you. Syracuse against Purdue. Fine. My 2 favorite plays are Nebraska plus 11 against OU. And I'm not going to say A&M Miami, although that's one of my favorites. I'm going to say Nebraska plus 11 against OU and NC State minus 9.5 against Texas Tech.
Okay, let's run it. Go Noles, and thank you. Appreciate it.
DM me your pick so I can parlay it, so I can bet it.
Okay, just right. DM the picks and just
or DM to me or Katie Stats. Thanks. 888 Stool 22. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I got on. Yeah, that's a good one. My favorite George Strait song is I Can Still Make Cheyenne. That's my favorite George Strait song. Jacob in Indiana, go.
Brandon Walker, king of college football.
Yes.
Wrestling ain't dead. It's just snoozing like The Undertaker, so be wary of that cat.
Yes. Who is this? Fucking Jacob?
Jacob fan from Indiana.
Let's go, Jacob.
This call is dedicated to my good friend's mother, Roz. She's a huge K-State fan, so she's going to love this one. This man, Deuce Vaughn, has breathed life into me. The man's a brick shit house. He could run through a goddamn wall. I think that he's a great Heisman contender. Makes me believe that Kansas State is a top 5 team, and I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but I really do. Just the way that he plays is so explosive, and I love to watch it every Saturday. I don't know what your thoughts are on the fact, but I'll hang up. You'll hear from me later, brother.
All right, thank you very much. Kansas State is good. I think they could win the Big 12. They got dudes on defense. Quarterback ain't bad so far, and they have a Heisman contender. Austin in Ohio, go. Austin, quit eating your girl's pussy and talk. Okay, you weren't ready. 888 Stool 22. What's your stance on the state of country music? Gonna be incognito. It sucks. It probably stopped being good about 2005. Every song now is just a bro singing about his tailgate or his truck or country back roads or a girl wearing a miniskirt. What the fuck world do they live in? That ain't what fucking country is. Every song is about that. Oh, I saw her walking up in her miniskirt as I was sitting on my tailgate on a dirt road. Fucking sing about something, man! 888 Stool 22. We'll go to line 4. That's Paul in San Francisco. Go.
Brandon, want to talk about 3 underdogs that I see on the board this week.
Go.
First one, BYU at Oregon, right? Barstool Sports line has them at plus 138. Obviously, that's because of the wide receiver issue, but they've been practicing all week, so I would hedge it and take it now before that line changes when they get cleared to play on Saturday.
Just be careful, man. Just be careful. Oregon has no business being a 3.5-point favorite the way they played against Georgia. That's a rat line. Be careful as hell. Continue.
True. Second one, Michigan State at Washington. Plus 130 right now. I have no idea why that is.
Paul. You're walking in. Paul, you're walking into some traps, brother.
I absolutely am.
Yeah.
The third one would be, it's not even about the game itself. Old Dominion at Virginia. Virginia's look like dog shit. They played Richmond and I don't even know who else. And then they got their ass beat by Illinois last week. And then it came out today, if you saw, that Virginia will not allow Hudson, ODU's live dog puppy mascot, to be on the field.
If you don't allow your other team's dog, if you don't allow your opponent's dog on the field, you can go fuck yourself. You can go fuck yourself. I don't care that he's for the other team. He's a fucking dog, and everybody wants a dog around. 888-STOOL-22. Can you get Ricky Covers out too? He's posting Jeff Nadeau's mom's name and where she works. I mean, I don't want pieces of shit in this chat. I want this to be a football talk where we're all dudes hanging around and talking football, busting each other's balls, but I'm not doing that stupid ass shit that y'all do. Tell me Jeff Nadeau's mother's name. I don't care about that. All right? So I don't want you here. Who's Wheeler Walker? Brooks and Dunn? Oh, Neon Moon. That's easy. When the sun goes down on my side of town. Best Neon Moon, the best 90s country song, period, end of sentence. It's over. Best 90s country song is Neon Moon. And it can't be argued. Line 7. Jimbo from UVA. Go, Jimbo.
Hey, I guess you took my dog bit about ODU, but two things. One, I hate my legislator. I can't bet on my favorite team, ODU, in Virginia. Fucking fix that, damn it, legislator. Pisses me off so much. Second, what do you think of the OU team total of 38.5, since you think it's going to go back and forth?
I hate it. I think Nebraska is going to play better football. I think Nebraska could win the game. To win the game, they have to keep OU in check offensively. So if I think Nebraska is going to be in it, I can't then say OU is going over 38.5.
Okay. All right. Oh,
thank you very much. 888-STOOL-22. Have we gotten pictures of me on the show? The eyes are piercing. The shirt looks good. The hair is phenomenal. The beard is on point. Have I looked this good all day?
Your ego is getting to another level.
Stanko, have I looked this good all day?
Yes, sir. Even on the rundown.
Oh, God.
Thank you. Thank you. Brandon, you will like Zach Bryant. I promise you I won't. Oh, Gator MF, Time Marches On is a strong 90s country song. It is. Yes. Brother walks in, feathers on his head. Mama. Oh, yeah, that's a good song. That's a good song. Dust on the Bottle's a good 90s country song. Wide Open Spaces by them Crazy Bitches is a good song. Yeah, Dust on the Bottle. You know, anything Garth, any George Strait of that era. She's in Love with the Boy. Strawberry Wine. Now we're talking. 888-STOOL-22. Line 8 has Thomas. Go ahead, Thomas in Chicago.
Hey, Brian. I got trivia, and then I got a question for you. But first, that color sweatshirt is popping on you. You look great.
Thank you.
With the office trivia, what video game is the Stanford branch playing?
Call of Duty.
Yep. Oh, my God. It's so funny when what's the boss's name? And then Andy.
Josh Porter. Josh Porter. He comes out there and he says, "Guys, we got to have a meeting." And they go in there and he's like, "Sniper rifle."
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
I'm gonna shoot you for real.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Sniper? Oh, what are you doing?" And then what's my question? It's about what type of sports writers is the worst? Writers that rank like players or other shit, or sports writers that give out awards. I feel like writers who give out awards are worse because all they do is they pick the best player on the best team.
Yeah, I think they are bad. The worst sports writers in the world are the ones that are obviously think they're above college football and think they're better in college football. Basically, the worst sports writer in the world is Dan Wolken. He doesn't like college football. He doesn't like what college football stands for. He doesn't like the people that like college football. And he somehow still covers college football on a daily basis. So somebody should help him find whatever makes him happy because it ain't college football. 888 Stool 22. Favorite George Strait song is The Fireman. That song fucking sucks. Oh, they call me the fireman. That's my name. That song sucks. Say The Chair at least. If you're gonna say an 80s song, say All My Exes Live in Texas or Oceanfront Property or Amarillo by Morning. Don't say The Fireman. God damn. Line 9. Chase in Q's? Go ahead, Chase.
Syracuse.
Oh, hey, Brandon. How's it going?
Good. What's up?
Yeah, so I was actually just calling. I'm checking in on you. Like, how's the push-up challenge going? Did you get? I know a couple days ago you said you got to 30 in the morning. I was wondering if we beat 30.
I did. I did 30 on Tuesday morning, and that is still where we stand. The week's count is 30.
That's pretty impressive. I mean,
there's 5 days in a business week. That's 6 push-ups a day, man. That's more than 0.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
How many are you challenging me to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I don't know. What, you think we can get to 45 for your favorite president?
Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it with me?
I'll do them with you.
All right. Me and you, 45 push-ups tomorrow.
45 push-ups, and then we can have a big Cuse win over Purdue, and then it's gonna be a great nice weekend, and and the other thing I was gonna say is you're definitely sleeping on the Hogs too much. They're definitely the best team in the SEC at this point.
I'm not doing push-ups with you dumb fuck. The Hogs? Are you kidding me? The best team. They have a quarterback who can't throw. I understand you're not used to a 2-0 start around Arkansas. They beat Cincinnati. They beat South Carolina. They're a good team. They're not a bad team at all. They're a pretty good team. But they ain't a great team, man. Their pass defense sucks. Their quarterback can't throw it. I'm not sleeping on the Hogs. You guys are sucking the Hogs Kool-Aid, and I'm not falling into that trap because I'm smart. 888 Stool 22. Like I wanted to do push-ups with that fucking idiot after he says that. And push up these nuts. 888 Stool 22. Is Hardy your boy? Yeah, Hardy's my boy. I have a texting relationship with Hardy. Caleb and Clemson, go.
Hey, Brandon. I'm in Clemson, but I'm not from Clemson, so I'm not a South Carolina fan or a Tigers fan. But I want to say this. Is it kind of weird the trajectory Clemson's taken? They've kind of taken the opposite trajectory of Alabama. They're like the 2010s Alabama now. Like, Clemson, like, always has had a star quarterback, like Taj Boyd, Watson, Lawrence. They're kind of built like the now they're like built by defense and like physical wide receivers, and
it's weird. You're right. They used to have the best wide receiver group in the country. Now they have just average as hell wide receivers. They used to have great running backs. Now they got Will Shipley, who's fine, I guess, and they don't have a good quarterback. Like, they have forgotten how to build an elite offense, and they remembered how to build an elite defense. So really, they're just half of what they were. They had built an elite offense, elite defense, and won national titles. Now they got a national title winning defense and a JUCO offense. It's really weird. 888 Stool 22. Heads Carolina, tails California, someplace greener, someplace warmer, up in the mountain. Jody Messina up in this hole. Line 6. Purdue Syracuse. Go Kevin in Boston.
What's up, Brandon? I wanted to talk to you about that Syracuse-Purdue game. I really thought that line when it first came out was just a pretty evident overreaction to Syracuse, super weak schedule to start the season. I went to Syracuse, was on one of the other teams there, so saw the football team a lot. Weirdly entitled group for being consistently pretty mediocre. Dome's a great place for basketball games. Really not that cool of an environment for football games. I think Purdue walks in there, wins by touchdown plus.
I don't know, man.
This line is a super big overreaction.
That's fine, but I think Syracuse is not a bad team. They beat the shit out of Louisville. Purdue's also a good team. This is a fantastic game. kind of under the radar, but it's a fantastic game. Garrett Schrader's a good college quarterback. Sean Tucker's one of the best 5 running backs in the country. I'm not going to bet against Syracuse. I'm also not betting against Purdue. So I'm gonna stay away, and I'm going to watch this as a non-gambling observer. I think it's going to be a great game, though. 8-8, still 22. All right, here we go. We got a bunch of people. I got to pick the best. Okay, this guy's name is Back. That can't be right. His name is Back.
Sounded like it.
Like B-A-C-K? That can't. It's got to be Zach.
Yeah. Your
name is Back.
B-A-C-K.
B-A-C-K?
B-A-C-K.
Huh,
Yeah.
I can't spell.
I mean, man, I know Kentucky and Mississippi both rank in the bottom of literacy.
Can you stop? Can you? Hey, real quick. Can you stop your fake accent and talk to me for real?
It's my real accent.
It's not. I know fake accents. Can you talk to me for real?
I'm from Southeast Kentucky.
Nope, not doing it. I'm from Southeast Kentucky. All right, I'm from the South too. You're putting on. Don't do that performing shit with me. I'm not Feinbaum. I'm not gonna eat Phyllis from August pussy every week. I'm doing a real show here, okay? 8-8, still 22. I'm from Southeast Kentucky. I don't play that phony ass bullshit. All right. You want phonies? They're over there. We'll go to line 1. This is Dabo Sweeney. Interesting. I'm glad you had the time to call after learning the gritty. Go ahead, Dabo.
Brandon, we meet again. Well, obviously, I just wanted to call during this biggest week of the season. Obviously, the SEC West is being determined in Baton Rouge this weekend. It's supposed to be some great weather.
Time. Are you the guy? Are you who I think you are?
Oh, I am who you think I am.
You're the guy that called and told me LSU has the best defensive line, the best receivers in the country?
Wait. You're raising your voice again and hissing like you did last time. I just want to have a cordial conversation.
I have a question. Okay. Are you the guy?
Go ahead.
Are you the guy that called and said LSU has the best receivers and the best defensive line in the country?
Possibly.
What do you have for me this week?
I just wanted to see what your confidence level was like. I wanted to have a cordial conversation. And also, we have to put an asterisk next to the defensive line considering our –
Shut up. No, you don't. No, if you have the best defensive line in the country, you can take one injury, by the way. And you don't have the best defensive line in the country. You never did.
Well, the leader of the
Stop talking. My confidence level this week is low. I think we're going to lose. I think we're going to lose the game. Mississippi State's going to lose the game. Confidence is low. We're a favorite in Tiger Stadium. That is not historically somewhere we're going to play well as a favorite at. It's just this is bad. We're going to lose. There's my confidence.
All right. I mean, listen, as an LSU fan, I think, quite honestly, it's going to be a great football game. But at the end of the day, Mississippi State is a big letdown program. Mike Leach is a fraud, and y'all are going to suck.
Did that feel good? Well. Just remember, I had a viral clip of you the other week being the dumbest.
Loser.
Fair play on that one. 8-8, still 22. I just had a viral clip of him saying the dumbest shit that's ever been said on a call-in show. We go to line. I got to get the best ones. I don't want to talk about Minnesota, Colorado. God bless you. How will you defend your King of the South title? I don't have to defend my what are you talking about? Compare. Oh, show's over. Fuck, we got to go. Show's over in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
All right.
Time flies.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching and listening and being a part of this. You guys are the best. I will be back on Monday, and we'll go over Nebraska's big win, Mississippi State's big win, and me possibly getting some pussy this weekend. We'll be back.